We're going to talk about the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Limited.
No, you are, not we.
I'm going to talk about the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Limited that's been redesigned for 2024. And it comes in 5 trim levels: a base, premium, sport, limited, and the new wilderness that we talked about earlier in the show. I happen to be driving the limited edition, so this is their small crossover SUV. Now, they've done a few things to clean it up or make it a little newer in 2024.
Cleaned it up.
I do like, what I like about the Crosstrek in particular, it's got a high roof line, and the cabin space seems like it's long because of the SUV styling of it. It just seems like it's got a lot of room in it, but it's not a real big vehicle. And I just love the visibility. I feel like I can see everything all the way around me. Now, up front, you're going to find it's got the heated windshield. It's got automatic headlamps and LED lighting, including the fog lamps. Got heated side mirrors. It's got a lot of things for cold weather, because this is a vehicle that a lot of people use up north where there's a lot of snow. And so it's kind of got some things for them that doesn't mean a whole lot to us down here in Houston. Rolling on some nice 18-inch alloy wheels. Inside, because it's the Limited, it is the leather seating. The front seats are heated. The rear seat folds down. Has an 11.4-inch monitor center stack. So this is a nice big monitor in the middle of the dash there that you can see things, find your nav, your convenience controls. There's a wireless phone charger down below that. Had front and rear USB-C and A. Now, the one thing I noted, the audio system in this thing, it's easy to use, but there's only 6 speakers. So it doesn't, you know, some of the systems we run across that have got these higher end, top of the line trim levels, you know, they got 10, 12, 14 speakers with woofers, and they got amps and all kinds of things to really make it stand out. It works fine. It just wasn't what I was expecting once you see all the electronics that's in this vehicle. Now, there's 2 engines available. This one comes with a 2.5 liter boxer type engine in it. And it does 182 horsepower, 178 pound-feet of torque. Now, this is backed by the CVT with the manual shift mode, paddle-type shifter, or paddle shifters, that we were kind of talking about that earlier.
Yep, we were.
I didn't see much use to it. To me, the CVT worked fine just like it was. They've done really well on making them things work. And trying to put it into the manual mode, for one thing, there's not that much power there. So it wasn't really... I didn't see advantage to it. Let me just leave it at that. Now, this EPA says you should be looking at 26 miles per gallon in the city, 33 on the highway, 29 combined. I drove this vehicle 352.6 miles and got 27.8 out of it.
That's pretty good.
I thoroughly thought that was great.
Yeah.
A lot of it was city, so there wasn't a lot of miles out on the highway. And I will say that this is not the fastest vehicle you're going to find. That 2.5 liter boxer engine does fine.
This is not a race car.
It's not a race car. It will provide you with all the power you need for a vehicle of this size. In fact, I have a friend in town that's got one that's a year older, and he just got back off of a 3,000-mile trip up through Kentucky and
I had a
stuff.
sister-in-law that had one as well. She loved it.
Yeah, loved it. I asked him, and he said, yeah, it was great. So it's pretty easy handling. It's got a very acceptable ride, whether you're in the city or out on the highway. And again, it's not a race car, and it's not a big luxury floater car, so it's a good driving vehicle. Now, I will say the base trim price, or the base model price for this, is $26,290. So you can get into a Crosstrek pretty cheap if you get into the stripper model. Base trim price is $30,895. As tested, it was $34,635 on the MSRP. So if you're looking for something to compare this to, you might look at the Ford Bronco Sport, which is going to be a little more money, baseline at $31,230. Or you can get more down into the Chevy Trailblazer that starts out at $23,100, the Mazda 630 at $24,995, or even the Jeep Compass is out there at $28,400. So there's several of them that are all right there in the same package. But the Subaru comes with all-wheel drive that some of these other vehicles don't come with at that price. So if you're looking for something that's got a lot of features on it, like all-wheel drive, a lot of safety features, heated windshield, and some other things, this is a vehicle that you want to look at as you're doing your shopping.
Mm-hmm. And Subaru customers are rabidly loyal customers.
When we were in the UP this past August, they're everywhere. Those cars are everywhere.
Yeah, they're very popular up north. You know, used to back in the 60s or 70s, you know, Volvo was kind of that way. They kind of came in and everybody
And
had
after
to
you
have
bought
one.
all the sweaters that have the leather patches and the pipe that you smoked
I still
while
got
you were
one
enjoying-
jacket that's that way.
I still have a sweater like that. I wear it occasionally.
Time now for